So we are going to go over some of these problems. Now, you do not have to annotate with a highlighter every single time. So the first couple times we've done it with a highlighter. I did this with a pencil to show you guys that you can do this with a pencil. So you can't use the excuse, oh, I didn't have anything to highlight with. If you have a pencil, you got something to highlight with. Are there any problems that you would like to go over for sure? Number 5. All right, so number 5, it says there are 1,938 students at Brooks Elementary School who had their picture taken for the yearbook. Each yearbook page has enough space for 24 students. Which statement best explains how the yearbook will be designed? So we took these questions and they were multiple choice questions, and we obviously got rid of the multiple choice answers, right? So this one, just you're simply dividing and seeing what you get. When you do this, make sure, this is number 5, right? You're dividing 1,938 and you're dividing it by 24. How many of you guys are still struggling with putting your numbers in the right place value up here? Okay, so daily I model what for you? Like, what's the process I do for almost every problem that we've done so far with long division? No. No, guys, we're doing long division. We're no longer doing order of operation. Okay, my fault. I asked the wrong question. What is the process that I do every single day when we're going over long division? Multiplication of what? Okay, so I start with the multiplication question of what times this first number will equal that first number, right? And if it doesn't work, what do I always put above it?
Nothing. You go on and move on to the next, like add another digit.
Right, so I put this X there. If you are struggling with your place values of not knowing where to put your number, put your headphones away. Please put in the X's. It will, if nothing else, get you thinking, okay, I gotta move over. What times 24 is gonna give me 19? Angel? Nothing. What times 24 is going to give me 193? Angel? 8? All right, and 8 times 24 gives me what? $192. So under here, I'm gonna do minus 192. When I do that, I get 1. I have to bring my 8 down. Now, this is something that we will struggle with all year long. Right now, I have a number that is smaller than my divisor, correct? So, I'm done? No, because I still have what right here? I still have a place value right here. So I can't just get rid of that place value. What can I multiply 24 by to get 18? Alex? 0. There's nothing I'm going to be able to multiply by. So technically your answer is 80 pages and then 1 page with 18. Like 18 people on it. Because technically 18 is our remainder. And we can't just get rid of those 18 people that had their picture taken. That wouldn't be fair to them. Does that make sense? All right. I want to go over number 1. Because I feel like number 1, if we were going to struggle on any of these, it was going to be number 1. All right, so number 1, first and foremost, raise your hand if you know what an 18-wheeler is. Okay. Put your hands down. Raise your hand if you know what a semi-truck is. Okay. 18-wheelers and semi-trucks are the same thing. So they put 18-wheeler obviously for context purposes to know what we're dividing by, but if you don't know what an 18-wheeler is, you're going to be very confused in the context of this question. So it says a truck driver had to replace all the tires of his 18-wheeler. The total cost was $1,776, and each tire cost the same amount. How much did the tires cost? You are dealing with money, right? Okay, and I'm going to divide by 18. Y'all can't see that, sorry. And I know we have not gone into decimals yet. I know that. This requires you to kind of have a little bit of understanding of whole numbers though. So I will ask you, where's the decimal in your whole number 1,776? Where's the decimal at? Right?
Yeah.
At the end, right? Why is it at the end? Can somebody tell me? Grace, use your hand up.
So, you know that, like, it's always at the end because it's not the highest number.
I have no idea what that even means. Samantha.
It is less than a ones place.
Right. So our whole number has no numbers to the right of the decimal, right? So technically this is my decimal. I'm going to put that there just in case I need it for later in this problem. But it's good to know. Now, when you're dealing with money, how many place values to the right do we have in money? How many place values to the right do we have in money? We have two. We have our dimes and our pennies, right? So you always have to go 2 to the right if you need to when you're dealing with money. All right, what can I multiply 18 by to get 1? Nothing. What can I multiply 18 by to get 17? Nothing. All right, what can I multiply 18 by to get 177? Raise your hand. Now, how many of you guys had to kind of pop out to the side and do 18 times whatever? That's okay. I want you doing that. I don't want you just taking a guess and hoping you get close. Use this because it might help you later in the problem as well. All right, Zachary, what'd you multiply 18 by? 9. All right, when you multiply 18 times 9, I believe you get 162. Yes, 162. All right, so I have 15. I'm going to bring my 6 down. So knowing that I just multiplied 18 times 9, I got 162, I know that I'm obviously not going to multiply by 9 again. Get your math notebook out. Why didn't you bring it into class? Because it's what? No. Grab some paper off the shelf then. Like, it's your responsibility, baby, to have this with you all the time. Silas. 8. So 18 times 8 gives us what? 144. All right. When I do my subtraction, I end up with 12. Why can I not stop here though? Why do I not stop here? What am I dealing with? Sincere? Well, I'm dealing with decimals, but I'm dealing with money, right? So I have to keep going. So I move my decimal straight up here, and I add a 0 and bring it down here. What do I multiply 18 by to get close to 120 without going over? So if you didn't do your homework last night, and we're going over some problems, shouldn't you be writing this down? Right? So those of you who didn't do it, why are you not writing your homework down? Christian. 6. All right. 18 times 6 gives me 108. All right. What do you notice about your math right now? What do you notice about your math? Silas. It's going in a loop. So you're going to use the exact same number here. And if I did this again, I would get 120, 120, 120 every single time. I'm also done because why? Why am I done at this point? Kira. Yes. All right, so the answer for this one is $98.66 per tire. Okay, how many of you guys got that right? Only because I helped.
Yeah, well, I needed it. Okay.
All right, and again, we haven't discussed decimals just yet. Okay, so it's okay, but I want you trying these problems. That is why we're going over them. Any other ones you would like to go over before we move on?
6.
All right, number 6. Number 6 says Corbin saves $1,736 for a 14-day vacation. If he divides his money evenly among the 14 days, how much can Corbin spend on each day? All right, so we're going to divide 1,736 and we're dividing it by 14. Does everybody understand why we're dividing by 14? What's the key word that tells you, or words that tell you we're dividing by 14, right?
14 days.
Well, the 14 days, but also what else?
If he divides his money evenly for the 14 days.
Yes, so dividing it evenly among 14 days. All right, you have a question?
It also says equally, so it has to be similar.
Yep, it says equally, evenly, yep, all of those. All right, what can I multiply 14 by to get 1? Samantha? Nothing. What do I multiply 14 by to get 17? Ansley? 1. Okay, what do I multiply 14 by to get close to 33 without going over? Gabriel? So multiply by 2, okay? And what do I multiply 14 by to get 56? To get 56, Cannon? 4. So that means he can spend $124 per day. All right, questions? How do we feel about it? Any better, any worse? Feel better?
Yeah, I was confused.
Number 1? Yeah, number 1 gave a lot of people, almost everybody that encountered number 1, they struggled with it. So hopefully in a week and a half, it'll make more sense when we actually go over that part. All right. Any other? Yes.
33 divided by 28 is not 56.
It's not divided by, it's subtract.
Subtract. It's not 56.
It's 5. You bring down your 6, baby. So 33 minus 28 gives you 5, right?
33 divided by 28.
No, minus 28. What does that give you?
If you get the one that's so if we take this as 13,
We're not making it 13. We're not. Where do you get 13 from?
A is bigger than 3. So
Right. That's why we borrow.
yeah, so that would be 6, but to subtract 2.
All right. 13 minus 8. So 13. 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. So just be careful with your math, right? So I get what you're saying. I'm glad you're checking my work because let me tell you, Alex, I make mistakes all the time. So thank you for checking my work for me, okay? I appreciate that greatly. Any other questions that you want to go over before we move on? No? We're good? We feel good? All right. If you did not annotate your work last night and you annotated it now and you want full credit, bring me your homework before we move on. Walking. Lord have mercy, children.
I want my credit.
Oh, look at that. So beautiful.
I want my 100 credit. I want my A plus. I want
Check
that A plus
Check
plus.
plus.
I want that A plus plus.
It's terrible. The teacher's child didn't even do it.
I want the A plus plus. Yeah, well, I did basically almost all the work.
Okay, but you didn't do the important work.
I could
Just
not
kidding.
care.
You see what I'm doing with that home? You see what I'm doing?
I know, I'm a lot crazier at home.
Oh, Lord. Thank God he hides in his room.
Oh my god.
Right? All right, you got it?
Negative 56.
Perfect. Hey, I'm proud of you this week. You've done really good. Okay? All right. Got it?
I thought it was glued in my mouth.
All right, so make sure you get it glued in now. All right, guys, so I think I've gotten everybody who at least did it but didn't annotate. Now, in your notebook, when you glue this in, you should have your work. If you have it, if you didn't do it, that's fine in your notebook and you did it on here. I want you to glue it just along the inside of your notebook. So put a strip of,
Wait, may I put it on page 26?
no. All right, put a strip of glue right on the inside. So like just put a strip of glue right here and just glue down a little bit of your side. Okay, if you're confused, please raise your hand. Confused. Yeah, I can't talk apparently.
Making me even more hungry. Yeah, making me hungry.
Sorry, y'all. Stop whistling, please.
What the hell is a cereal? I'm hungry.
All you have is cereal? That should be enough.
I don't know. I need like a bagel breakfast. I like bagels.
Bagels are good, yeah. I
They
can
are
do that.
bagels.
Yes, right.
Nice, like toasted.
Now you're making me hungry.
I'm hungry. Look, Cannon, you're hungry. Everything's better with cream cheese.
Yes. What? Just plain cream cheese or like?
Including blue sticks. They're cool.
Okay, you took it too far there.
No, they're still tasty.
Yeah, Shrek, what do you need?
I don't understand.
So just put a strip of glue.
I mean, you might die, but it's gonna be worth it. I mean, you might die, but it's good. You might not be able to speak, so that's why.
That's okay. You need to throw that away. All right, please go ahead in your notebook. Oh, yeah, yep. In your notebook, go ahead, turn to the next blank left page. Entitle it Scavenger Hunt, Long Division. And today's, shh, guys, that's enough talking. Long Division. All right, there are going to be two different versions of the scavenger hunt today. One is going to be obviously the orange, and one is going to be the blue. One is a little bit more difficult than the other, but not terribly. I'm just going to kind of scatter these around the room today. I'm not going to like tape them up on walls just because there's so many. If you're doing the blue ones, you're doing just the blue ones. You will not find the answer for a blue one on an orange one. Does that make sense?
Yep.
And vice versa. I do not care which one you choose to do. You can do orange or you can do blue. Depending on time, you might do both. I'm not telling you which one is easier, which one is harder either. You got to figure that out. I can't talk. You have to figure that out on your own. Okay? When you're solving these problems, though, you're not writing your remainder as a decimal or a fraction. You're writing your remainder with an R. Okay? So this will be the last time we do our remainders. So enjoy it today. Okay? Christian, you had a question? I should hide one? That'd be mean. All right, the other thing, don't give me ideas. The other thing, you are not going in order today. So like this is number 7. When you get your answer and the dog bone, like the answer for this is not here. You actually are gonna have to walk around and try and find the answer to that one. All the answers are in the dog bones right here. So it's not in order, but these are numbered.
So like whenever you do the wrong one, if you get the answer, you go to that one.
Yes. So if I do 763 divided by 45 and my answer is 11 remainder 25, I'm looking for this one.
Nothing that is.
Right. Have no idea if that's the answer.
What if it is?
All right. Questions. Are you doing these in order? No. The other thing, if you pick orange, please just write in your notebook orange. If you pick blue, please write in your notebook blue. It doesn't matter. Make a decision. You're either doing orange or blue. Do it right now.
Wait, so we're only doing orange or blue?
Yes, to start with. And you might have time to do the other one. But pick, you don't know. Might not be. Guys, please stop talking. There's entirely too much conversation this morning. Because why, Blake? Why, Blake? Oh, my Lord.
He's not a lawyer.
Someone had a crazy shirt on. All right, table 1. You need to find, listen. You are taking your math notebook and a pencil with you. So table 1, find a problem. There's ton everywhere. Ton? There's a ton everywhere. Get to it. Stand facing in towards the classroom. Quickly.